8 minutes to air.
No sign of Erica?
Nope. She's either screening her calls or she's on her way. Or she's contacting her agent and her attorney.
I thought you said you liked the flowers.
I said she didn't throw them out.
Was there any glimmer of hope, Jason? Did she say anything positive at all?
She wanted to give her sincerest best wishes to the new host of The Cutting Edge.
That would be you.
Congratulations, Erica. You got us right where you want us this time.
And 5 minutes to showtime.
Got a cyanide pill?
One for each of us after the taping, excuse me.
How optimistic. At least you could do a smile when you say it.
Okay, here's the book, Marital Infidelity, The Crowded Bedroom.
You're not smiling. As a matter of fact, you look positively grim.
Because I think we should have gone with my original concept.
What original concept? Haley Vaughn displaying her open wounds? That's not a concept.
No, her on a panel with others just like her.
Yeah, unfortunately, Medea wasn't available. Besides, Haley never would have gone through a million years.
No, you refused to approach her, and you know it.
And how was I
wouldn't
supposed
even
to
go.
do that, Liza? Say, Haley, how would you feel about tearing your heart out on live television?
Yeah, her husband ripped her heart out. I just wanted her to share the experience.
Sharing the experience? What a novel way of putting it. Who's we?
Oh.
You and Jason? You and the production staff?
Frida Landau,
Frida
the
Landau.
author that you're not ready to interview in a
where
couple
am
of
I?
seconds.
All right, where?
Your name is Tad, and my name is Liza. This is what's left of The Cutting Edge.
Okay, just Landau first.
Yes, she is a rising star in the pop psyche world.
I know.
Old guard thinks she's kind of a flake.
You keep telling me the same thing over and over again.
You want my recipe for polenta?
Is she married?
5 times, not currently. Kind of a wild card. Kind of hostile.
Hostile. What's that supposed to mean? You're throwing me to the lions? I should get prepared to be eaten alive?
Oh, my. What a delicious prospect.
Mother, what are you doing here?
Darling, I came to observe you in your element.
Mother, we're in the middle of a crisis right now.
And what a delectable crisis it is. What, did Erica let you down?
She's indisposed.
Well, her loss is America's gain, darling.
Stay here.
I have to, darling. One of us has to take the first step. Otherwise, we're never going to forge our new mother-daughter
Mother,
bond.
I can't forge today.
Relax, darling. You won't even know I'm here. I'll just stand behind one of those gorgeous cameramen, and I'll just radiate support.
Just don't touch. It's expensive equipment.
Oh, marital infidelity, huh? It's a timeless subject. Your input should be riveting, Tad. What?
2 minutes. Sandwiches, anyone?
No!
Smoked salmon and Dijon on rye.
Yeah, please, well, this is a very critical moment here.
Yeah, I know. It's almost time for The Cutting Edge.
Do that in another room.
Oh, you stay right there.
I am trying to hold this family together for the last time, and you're taking a break to watch daytime television?
My son produces this show.
Well, tape it.
Good morning. My name is Thaddeus Martin. I am an actuality producer of The Cutting Edge.
Cool.
I'm not a talk show host. I just play one on TV. That is to say, when the irreplaceable Erica Kane calls
could do
for a
that.
quick replacement. Apparently our star isn't up to twinkling today. So, Erica, if you're out there watching us, snap back quick. For the rest of you, please, don't touch that dial. We got a blazing show for you today. Marital Infidelity. The time-worn saga of cheating hearts. We'll be right back.
Well, I guess this one's dedicated to you, mister.
Gave up lumbering on all fours. They gave up living in caves. They've also evolved out of the monogamous state. Yet they persist in hurling themselves into marriage.
Must be love.
I blame the tax structure in this country.
Okay, well, people are getting married all over the world.
They also are drinking themselves into comas and eating themselves into blimps. Marriage is a non-adaptive behavior. What's more, it's an abject lie.
How do you really feel about it?
9 out of 10 married people cheat.
Oh, come on. Where do you get your statistics?
My book cites all sources. 9 out of 10, Tad.
That's an awful lot, Doc.
Precisely my point. Are you really fail to grasp this? Are you being deliberately obtuse?
No, I know plenty of happy couples.
Then you know plenty of liars.
Maybe, or maybe I just know a lot of people who are genuinely in love.
Could you possibly be as naive as you seem? Or is this your lame attempt to charm your viewers?
No, not at all. My parents have a wonderful marriage. So do I.
And you've never cheated on your wife?
Actually, no.
And you've been married, what, a week?
Well, maybe it just feels like a week.
So, is marital bliss a fairy tale, or is the good doctor here being needlessly negative? You tell us. Call us at 555-0198. Your thoughts after these commercial messages. And we're off.
Time to push the accelerator. Do you remember what I said?
Yeah, how far do you want it pushed?
To the floor. Tad. Good work.
Yeah, I can tell she's falling in love with it.
Well, we didn't bring her here to make nice now, did we?
No, I guess not.
First of all, good tack on that personal zinger. It's great. So keep it going, and whatever happens, don't let up.
All right.
10 stacks in its places, everybody.
Good luck.
5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back. We're here with Dr. Frida Landau, who personally thinks that marriage is a crock. And I must say, Doctor, that I find your attitude rather curious. After all, it says here you've been married a few times yourself, haven't you?
I once consumed some hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't recommend it as a way of life.
Come on now, Frida. A nibble on a friendly little fungus is a lot different than marrying 5 different men.
Tell me, Mr. Fidelity, the current Mrs., is she your first?
No, she's not.
Did you cheat on the one before her?
I made some mistakes.
And the one before that?
I think that my marital history is a different show.
Didn't your first marriage break up because of your adultery?
Listen, Frida, I'm not a perfect person. I don't claim to be, and I don't know of anybody who does.
Come on, man, let her have it.
I'm not proud of. Judging from your track record, I'd say you have too. But thankfully, like many other people, I attempt to learn from my mistakes rather than psychologically blame them on the rest of the world.
Spoken like a hardcore adulterer.
Ouch, this babe is harsh.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
Lady, I am not a cheater. I'm not. But I am a human being. A fallible person that's capable of making mistakes just like anybody else. And I must say, Doctor, I do not understand this attitude of yours. After all, marriage is not a board game. This whole concept of yours that, zap, one wrong move and you're out. That's checkers. It's not a commitment between two imperfect adults. Besides, sex is just a small part of the equation, don't you? I mean, now listen, there are thousands of ways that two people can let each other down in a relationship. That's not what's important, to my way of thinking. What is if you're incapable of forgiving somebody you're truly in love with, then you'll never truly be able to realize what love is about.
Don't you dare.
You're quoting the male handbook of adultery excuses. There are 3 chapters devoted to forgiveness.
Forgiveness. That's a good word. I think the Bible has something to say about that.
You're not aligning yourself with a religious moralist.
No, I'm not. I'm strictly speaking for myself. Why don't we see what our viewers have to say, all right? Okay, caller number... Rudy, we okay?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, caller number 1, are you there?
Yeah, I am here, and I have a question for you. But for you, not that marriage basher.
Another philanderer.
What's your question, sir?
I am a devoted husband, a very good provider, and I pay close attention to my wife and to my child.
And because you're such a paragon, you feel entitled to a mistress on the side.
I have been scrupulously faithful, with the exception of fond, drunken lapse.
Which lasted how long? 2 years? 5?
One night.
We've got the picture, sir. Go on.
My wife found out about it. She threw me out of the house. That was exactly 176 days ago, and she still won't forgive me.
Well, my advice to you is to prostrate yourself.
Oh, I've done that 1,000 times. I'm reduced to all kinds of funny things here.
Not breaking and entering, I hope.
Bogus messages from the spirit world.
Well, we have to give you high marks for creativity.
You mean deception?
I'd move heaven and earth to get my wife back, but she says she's finished. So what's your take on that?
That's a toughie.
He's made his bed. Now he's lying in it.
No. Is it possible, and I'm not saying this lightly, Lord knows I don't want to twist the knife. Is it possible, sir, that your wife is using this mini affair of yours to bail out of the marriage?
Oh, very good. Blame the victim.
Excuse me, Doctor, we're talking about a family here. Breaking up over a one-night stand? Come on, that doesn't quite strike 12, in my opinion. Sir, is your wife extremely young?
Well, she looks it. But no, she's a very experienced woman.
Well, there's clearly something else going on here. Maybe your wife didn't want to be married or doesn't want to be married anymore. Maybe she wasn't as happy as you were in the marriage, or maybe there's somebody else she wants to be with.
classic blame shifting, outlined in detail in Chapter 14.
You did something stupid, but a one-night slip-up should not bring down a house if you've got a real marriage. That is one that's gone beyond the bubblegum phase.
My man.
Denial techniques include redistribution of culpability.
So, there's no hope.
There's always hope. I don't want you to get that idea. Personally, I hope that your wife comes to her senses, because it doesn't take a PhD to realize that you're crazy about her.
And I always will be. But it's time to read the graffiti, as they say.
Good luck. We here at the Cutting Edge sincerely hope it works out well for you. Shall we hear from caller number 2?
I always knew that Tad had smarts. Yeah, but he was wrong. That one thing. I was happy in our marriage. It was the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. And I never wanted out of the marriage. I wanted to punish you for hurting me so bad. I wanted to see you crawl, Palmer. And then when you did, it just felt kind of good. I guess I never really meant it to go so far.
Call publicity and get a release out. Tell Bonnie to splice some highlights from tonight's show and send them to the PR right away. Thanks. Good work.
Just following instructions.
To the letter. That's what I like.
The phones are going wild.
You'll have to have your number changed, Tad.
Either that or my name.
You know, video's really kind to you, darling, and it's not fair because so many things are.
It's too bad Dr. Landau didn't share your enthusiasm. So how did you know how to get a rise out of Tad?
Getting a rise out of Tad was my minor.
Having a little giggle at my expense?
And what makes you think that?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling a little raw. Being skinned alive tends to do that to some.
Oh, please, I hate false modesty. You held your own up here.
I was bowled over.
New rule. From here on out. No more guests who go for the jugular.
Oh, now that wouldn't be any fun.
Fun? Tell me something, Chuckles. How did Dr. Landau get her mitts on my personal dossier?
No, well, wait a second. You're a public figure.
Not that public. Vineyard execs don't end up on Inside Affair.
Well, maybe she looked into some local clips. You know, to prep for the interview?
No, but thank you for playing. Erica was supposed to do the interview, remember? Not me.
Well, what does it matter, darling? A star is born. Who needs Erica Kane?
We do. Trust me. We need Erica in a big way.